Sing in me muse, and through me tell the story of those people skilled in all ways of contending, the Dragonlords, harried by fate and prophecy. Sing of the cities they saw, and of the minds they learned of distant peoples, and weathering many bitter nights and days deep in their hearts, while they fought to save their homes and the lives of all Thyleans. Of these adventurers, muse, most sacred of daughters, tell us in our time, lift the great song again. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Oathsworn, Odyssey the Dragonlords, here on Neon Lights Roleplay. I am, of course, Turk, or Turk Accented, if you're capable of constructing that. I know, difficult times and all. But I have the distinct honor and privilege of being your GM for the evening, and I am not alone around this proverbial campfire. Don't make a joke about my knee. Oh no, it's my one weakness. Anyway, so we're just gonna kick this right off. So why don't we go around the circle here and tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, what path they walk, and that's really it, because I totally forget to make these before game questions. So I don't know. I hope you do that, Gary. Anyway, so beginning, of course, with the one who kicks us off in these regards, our Comrade Crash.
Hey, yeah, Comrade Crash. My character's name is Leo Dracos, the human paladin, Oath of the Dragonlord, and he walks the path of the Vanished One. And up next is Chrissy Crits.
It's me, I'm next. And I have a mute button that I forgot about. Who am I? Defera Damos. What do I do? Not a lot. I talk a lot of shit. Sometimes I sling some spells. I walk the path of the Haunted One. Next.
Hell yeah. Hey everybody, it's me, Sir Heckalot. You know, I'm here. I'm on your screen, and as per usual, I'm back with Calliope, the Siren College of Epic Poetry Bard who walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. I think that's all of the things, and we don't have HP, but he's here in chat, and we miss you, and we love you. So that takes us to Tony.
Well, hi, I'm Tony. I'm playing Eliana Legide, the High Elf Prophecy Cleric who walks the path of the Gifted One. There were no questions this week, so I'm going to pass it on to Corndog.
Corndog McGraw, Borghild Hallharn, Amazonian Ranger, the Lost One. Back to you, Turk.
Don't you start this here, too.
Look, I have a list and I'm
it?
going through a bullet points so I can remember. You get the bullets.
Oh no. Alright, well, now that we're all locked and loaded. Last we left our party, they were recovering through the final waves of the Great Storm, washing some of their party overboard and into the deep, dark ocean, unable to be found, despite the attempts of the crew through various means and methods and daring endeavors. Recovering somewhat from the storm passing through, the wrath of the son of Sidon, they were capable of taking stock, realizing not everything on the ship is broken, which is always good. The magic of the Ultros and its legend seemed to be quite capable. But they were greeted over the side of the railing by some mermaids, who came to ask them if they had, lost anybody, were in need of repairs, or bringing support in any direction. And after some inquisition, that the party found that the same mermaids had rescued those 3 party members, but brought them to the wrong boat, as there was another storm more on the fringes of the storm god's wrath, and it has taken their friends in a different direction. Mermaids, of course, feeling terrible about this, and only charging a small fee for the work they were going to do, as opposed to the larger fee they might have levied. Escorted them to Scorpion Island, where they found 2 of their number, but unfortunately Leo's kind-heartedness had sent him on an expedition with the rest of the Eurasian monks that they found. Knowing the island to be a treacherous place filled with giant scorpions and raucous and wild centaurs who were just down to party, They opted instead to find the mistress of the island, the aforementioned Lotus Witch. Entering her domain, they saw many strange and wonderful things and answered some questions that might still cause problems in the future. We shall see. But succeeding in, well, at least 2 out of 3, the party was then shown an image of the Arisian monks attempting to defeat one giant scorpion while 2 others loomed close. Stepping through the portal, they believed they would have time to save their friend, and we shall see. But before we do, I would love to talk to Leo for a second. Because Leo, you've been on a little party. You've been on a little hunting area for, a day or so. How's that going for you? The region, to give you some background as a player, you probably would know this as a person, as a character. Jesus, my words. My brain melting out my ears. But you Arisians are a very aesthetic warrior culture. They deny themselves pleasures and strengthen themselves sort of like spiritually and physically, taking on hard challenges, and there's a lot of displays of that. This being a proving ground is not all too surprising for you, given what you've heard of the dangers of the island from these initiates. And it's interesting as each of them is trying to put on a very stern and tough face in front of all the others to prove they're gonna be totally just as good as the other warrior monks. But how's it gone fitting in for you there?
I think it's going well. He's out on a field trip with some new friends, and he is excited to see some giant scorpions, I think.
I can imagine you were trying to learn everyone's names and being nice and trying to help them, which will be denied. They do not want they are if you offer to help somebody pick up their pack or set something onto their bag or something, they will almost no. They are a bunch of people desperately set on looking and acting as tough as possible and very self-determined, There's cooperation in planning and the movements and tracking, but beyond that, they're sort of you're surprised with how tightly clenched they seem that they could shove a stick that far up their asses. So yeah, it's been probably an interesting 2 days for you.
Did someone invite me, or did I choose to come along?
You were sort of hey, these people are going out and it's going to be dangerous. Oh, and also we had to pay for you all to be rescued for the mermaids. So, and I think would it make sense for Leo to kind of put 2 and 2 together and be oh, I can pay you back by helping going on a hunt.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Cool. So yeah, he's trying to help, being considerate and and just getting me rebuffed and just, I think taking it in stride, bummed out that no one's accepting the help because he has to pay back, what he owes, and so he's gonna keep on trying his best.
They're not mean. I want to point that out. They're absolutely totally fine. They'll help make food and set the camp together, and they are nice and will talk with you. It's just when the subject of let me help you with this, you find everyone's trying to be very self-sufficient. So
yeah,
you can actually make me a perception check for one of the knights, rather your overall kind of awareness of such situation.
Of course. Perception, because he's always... Oof.
Never mind.
Natural 1, yes.
You you don't really notice much of anything. You're kind of just taking up trying to keep your distance after getting rebuffed a few times. Anyway, 45 days remain in the Oath of Peace, and you are with this group and have managed to track down a lone giant scorpion toward kind of in between two soft rolling hills. This island is largely flat, but does have some kind of areas. So it's like a small little pass between two smaller hills, and the group is kind of set up an ambush where they've hidden themselves and disguised. And it's as this fight commences that you sort of hear what appears to be like a kind of almost magical tearing, like a flux of energy, a swirl from behind you. And it just distracts you for a moment. And it's actually pretty quickly done that these monks are able to successfully execute their ambush and bring down this scorpion on their own. But coming around, you see your party stepping out of seemingly middle of nowhere.
Hey, you come to hunt some scorpions with me?
You haven't caught one yet?
Here's our first one. We're still looking for more.
I'm gonna go check out that scorpion.
Sure, you can begin making your way there, but as you all begin walking over, you are immediately reminded that, oh yeah, you did notice that there was going to be an ambush to the ambush from your top-down view, as the number of the young monks, after kind of each making sure that they've driven home their weapons deep into the scorpion's flesh past its carapace, one of them cocks an ear, and then they all begin retreating as the hill they have now come under is now surrounded by two other giant scorpions. Now they are going to flee. Leo, are you going to stand your ground, or are you going to run with them, or?
Well, I'm here to hunt some scorpions.
That's what I thought you'd say. That's what Eyes appreciates about you, I suppose. All right, let's do this and drop y'all over here, and let's do some initiative.
Oh, they're so big.
Yeah.
Look at them.
All right, initiative.
Where am I?
You're in the bottom right.
Found myself.
Why? Why do I do that?
Leo.
Now 4.
Garbage.
Oh.
It's
You know what,
the
I'm just gonna
typical
change mine.
paladin speed.
You get to the fight eventually, I promise.
Good job, Calliope. Good job.
Fuck, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't want to go first. Fuck.
Alrighty. It's looking like Calliope's up first.
Yep, of course I am.
You want to roll for full on?
Oh fuck, yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me pull him up. I kind of forgot he was here. Where'd he go? There you are. The initiative. A 9. Yeah.
Well, that still puts us in the order where Calliope's leading us off.
Okay. Hold on, I gotta figure out if I can even... Okay. Oh no. 25, 30. No! Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to choose one. Fine. That's a bummer, but it is where I am placed. Okay. I am going... I'll move to this side of the hill. That sounds fun. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bane on this one. So I need a charisma save.
Well, you know, these giant scorpions are famously quite charismatic. -2.
Oh. Yeah, that won't make it.
you
Okay,
sure?
so minus a d4 to all the rolls.
Can Can you check in the back?
No,
There's some plus
I'm-
ones there for the GM.
This is the one of the ones I don't need a price check. Sorry.
All right. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it.
All right. Giant scorpion time. So that one's gonna go there, but that one just got cast a spell on and wants to go eat some bird person. So here come the giant scorpions, Leo. They clips, it claps, its claw at you. 7 and a 19.
They do not hit.
You do not. Okay, right. I forgot. You're a walking tank. Okay. And then, so trying to, you dance back and away from it, and that big tail comes down and impales in the ground with a 17. Won't connect. Kind of stepping back a little bit, giving yourself a little bit of space.
Hey, do you want cool bug facts?
I mean, I love
That tail is actually called a telson.
I know. I knew that in my dumb, in like the part of my brain I never touch. One semester of insects.
Yeah.
One
One
semester too many.
I learned to like bugs through it. In my textbook was bugs are cool.
Bugs are cool. I love that.
Anyway,
I loved
Calliope.
it for you.
Thank you. Anyway, Calliope. The first one is a natural one. I'm going to say as it's coming towards you, that bane kind of takes effect, and it's going to snip and accidentally kind of get its arm, get one of its mandibles stuck into the dirt ahead of you as it's trying to come up this hill. And with its second attack, I'll put it at a disadvantage for that. It's still going to be an 18 to hit.
Minus a D4.
Minus a D4. You're right. 15.
That just misses.
All right, perfect. And so you're able to kind of get a little head start and also step back and away. But that big tail is going to come around. Okay, let's make it less. Does a 6 hit you?
No.
Oh, are you sure?
A 6? No.
Okay. All right. And that the stinger embeds itself into the earth. Telson. Oh my God, almost left my brain again. I'm on fire with forgetting things today. And you're also able to successfully dodge as both scorpions, not skeletons, ready themselves. Eliana, you're up.
Neat. God damn it. Just shy. However, I can throw this bitch, so I'm gonna throw this spear at it.
Hell yeah.
This guy.
Get him.
Mm.
Oh.
Pain.
A 12, unfortunately, will not crack it as it bounces off of the hard outer layer that contains all the nice juicy bits inside.
The crunchy, juicy bit.
Mm-hmm. The abdomen is quite tough.
Boo, I don't have anything else I can do then. Sucks. That's it.
All right, then that would bring us over to Borkild.
It's me. I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the one that's over by Leo.
Okay, consider it marked as I find a really cool thing. There you go. Boop. Target.
Thank you. And then I'm gonna hit, and throw my 2 little diskies at it.
Yeah, all right. A 20 will crack it as well as a 23. Borkild came to fucking play, I guess.
And then this one. I don't know how to do this, so I'm just gonna do this. So 16, 25 points of damage.
Okay.
On the Hunter's Mark BB.
Yeah. Effectively cracking, like putting punches into a cooked lobster. You dent this thing's chitin, and you already see this thing's about ready to burst. You've already blooded it in one go.
Correct. And then I just scoot a little bit to the left.
All right.
To the left, even. And I end my turn in defense mode.
Well,
Full
not
on.
this time. Okay. Yeah. Right foot, let's stomp. Full on goes forward. He cha-cha is real smooth. Okay, we go.
Does he put hands on his knees? Where are his knees?
Don't ask that question. Horses are weird.
They're lower than he can reach.
If Python and Turtle are in a race,
Don't ask. It's weird. I don't want to
Where are
talk
your
about.
knees?
I don't want to talk about
pants.
horse bones. They're weird. Even though I'm an equine block right now, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, I am going. Full on's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna take 2 longbow shots at this other guy.
all right, make me some rolls. Might be full on's day now that we're out of heavy armor soldier land. Never mind, that's an
No.
11.
One more.
You know what? We're building up to finding the AC. We haven't got there yet. But I will say,
This poor man.
makes
It's his
sense.
bro, man.
Exactly. There is a level of like, maybe there's a reason Full-On left the island instead of staying here, you know. And so he's kind of having some trouble putting shots on target right now.
Here I am. It's me, I think.
Yes. Sorry. That
That's
is going to
okay.
be Defera.
Yes. Surprisingly, I'm not so stoned that I couldn't pay attention to the initiative tracker. Hey, here I am. I'm just gonna toll the dead over here on this guy.
On the left. All right. That's a Wisdom save.
This one? Did I?
Oh yeah,
Click
on,
it?
on,
Do you see
on the
it?
one. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I'm just always want to clarify Wisdom saves.
yes.
All right. Well, the Scorpions are very wisdomous. They would actually roll a 17. Because
Feels trash. Did he? Is that the one that's baned?
It is
No.
not. That one got Hunter's marked. But how have you rolled? I'll have you know, he got a 17 because he rolled an 18.
That feels rude.
Yes.
Okay. Is he missing any of his hit points? Or no, it's not one of the ones that takes half damage. Just kidding.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think it's a save or suck.
Disregard. Okay,
All right. Well, it brings us over to Leo, Dracos.
Yes.
Can you slay the Scorpiones?
I think I can slay this Scorpionus. Gonna go for attack. 22 to hit.
22 will absolutely connect.
Boom. And it does 8 damage.
Okay. 8 going in. Got any more on you?
I do. Oh, 9.
9 to hit is unfortunately not going to do it. Anything else? There's that. Nope. You said. All right. So you move, and as the scorpion's kind of reeling in pain, you manage to get a good chop into one of its limbs, damaging on one of its claws a little bit. But before you can get a second strike in, that other one comes and snips at you. I mean, the muscular function of these insects is probably be very slow at this size, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, top of the order, Calliope. You got a big scorpion in your face.
Yeah, I got a friend. I'm gonna swing a long sword at it.
All right.
We're gonna go ahead and two-hand this, and just see what happens.
I mean, hey, anytime to see if you can make something happen, it's now. 10.
Ken's not gonna do it.
You've come back as this scorpion is kind of recoiling from its failed assault on you, and you try and take a swipe, but unfortunately too slow as it pulls its various vestiges into itself in a more defensive posture.
Listen, we're just not gonna hit each other. We're just gonna continue to miss, and this is just how it's gonna be.
Mm-hmm. Shall we be two immortals forever locked in combat? Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
That's it.
All right, Scorpion time. Let's see if a Metasoma can hit Calliope. let's start with that. It is a 20 on the initial roll, but minus a d4 for 4 to make it a 16.
That still is my AC.
Ooh, okay. So you swing, and the stinger comes back down and jabs into you with a crushing force. That is going to be only 6 piercing, but I do need you to make a Constitution save.
Okay.
And I'm gonna put some dice down on the table here, and we're not gonna worry about what happens next, okay?
Okay, hold on. I need to see if anything that I took recently with my level up actually helps.
Sure.
No, it's only for concentration checks. Okay. It's fine. Everything's fine.
We'll need to do concentration checks in a moment.
That might not matter.
Oh. All right.
Okay,
Well,
it's not a concentration check. Okay.
No, it's a
concentration. Yeah, it was like D&D Beyond kept asking me, and I was like, no, let me go.
Nope, just regular survive this poison, nerd. All right. So unfortunately, that is not gonna do it. I don't suppose you have any saved bonuses hidden away somewhere, or?
Nope.
Okay. In that case, that'll be 24 poison damage. As this paralytic poison just sort of courses through your veins. Technically, it's venom, but you know what I mean. It's poison damage, venom damage. Anyway, you feel your muscles kind of slow, and it seems the very blood in your body seems to also congeal. Anyway, it hurts like hell, and it's still got 2 more attacks.
Yeah.
I would like to use my reaction of Visions of Danger.
Yes, absolutely. Go for it.
I will move up to my speed and cast 1 beneficial spell targeting Calliope.
Nice.
It's Cure Wounds.
Whoa! Who could have guessed?
Yes. Alright, you get 16 HP.
Ooh, I will take that.
Nice generation of that. So I will say, reaction to new stimuli. It's going to shoot 1 claw at each of you.
Oh, boo.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
okay.
now I have to make a concentration check, right?
Yes, please do that.
Okay,
Meanwhile, I'm going to snip this so you don't think I'm lying to you all.
I hold on to it.
Okay, good. I just rolled 2 natural 20s in a row.
What the fuck?
Well, I'm immune to natural 20s because of my armor, so
That's right.
it's not a crit.
Okay, it's not a critical, but Eliana...
It sure is.
Okay, so we'll do Eliana's first. That's going to be 11 bludgeoning damage, and you're going to be grappled. So you'll both be grappled by this as well. Fun things. And then Calliope will take 9. So that one
Okie
actually rolled
dokie.
pretty high on its D8.
I'm gonna roll another
And it's
con.
bludgeoning in case for any resistances, etc.
Oh, fuck.
But both are
Well.
going to be grabbed. So you'll have the grapple condition, etc., etc. And now we jump over the one that's fighting Leo and is having a less than stellar time. It is also going to send 2 of its Crusher Claws out towards you, Leo. I did not roll nearly as well. I'm going to guess, in the time when I asked you, does a 19 hit before, then an 11 won't magically work this time. It's not like a, roll the die, Anyway, let's see if that metasoma can break the meta-narrative and actually hit Leo. Nope. Okay. Leo, are you being more defensive and trying to show this, or are you like a dancer agile defender? Remind me a bit.
Because I have a shield, I am definitely more defender type.
And you have the big lion head shield, correct?
I do.
Okay. And you've never stuck anyone's head in its mouth.
I have not.
Or shame. But it is true to its word, an ancient artifact of olden days. It is no wonder that it was used to kind of establish order in this place. As it, you feel the clanging and banging against this, but feel no dents or scuffs or marks to its exterior. Eliana, you're now up and you're grappled.
Yeah, this is garbage.
I know, right?
Good thing I have a plethora of additional spears. I'm gonna take out the adamantine one. Let's go. What the hell?
Oh,
Bruh.
unfortunately,
My rolls are garbage.
this is like to chunk at it right now. As you kind of try to break through the chitin there on the claw itself, you're getting no purchase. The kind of rounded features glancing off, even with the adamantine trying to take bites into it. Anything else from you?
Yeah, I'm gonna try with the other end of the stick.
All right. I mean, the best thing to do is to, bludgeon in.
Yeah.
25, yes, absolutely will do.
So 7 bludgeoning.
Alrighty. As you give a solid thwack and you loosen the grip somewhat, but not enough to break it, which brings us to Vorkild, unless there's something else you want to do.
No, I'm good.
All right, Vorkild.
Leo, do you got that one?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay. I'm gonna send my 2 discs over to the one that's grappling my friends.
Hell.
Yeah,
All right.
Yep.
What do we got? Well, we got some rolls. 28 will do it.
What about 15?
15 will do it.
Nice. Fuck.
That's not bad. So,
Okay,
19
points of damage.
19
this one's not
damage.
100 marked.
Yeah, 19 damage going into it. Again, you're finding success with your initial throw, kind of creating a small cut, and the second one going in and increasing the break on it. This is also now bloodied. If there is anything else you'd like to do?
I would like to scream, "Let go, or else I'm gonna kill you. Slower." And that's it.
I'm not like a philosopher, but I'm pretty sure scorpions can't speak common.
Yeah, but they understand dying.
Fucking yeah.
I'm just gonna sit and wait for my turn now.
Do you want to get an inspiration from that? It was a fucking tight line. I can't
Thank
give
you.
like bardic,
That
but
was
so
hard as
brilliant.
hell. God damn.
I feel like I haven't been doing that enough. But in this moment where I have clear presence of mind, Folon's up
Where
though.
it fits the condensed sheet, but I'm doing my best.
You're doing great. Anyway, Folon wants to take some shots.
Second burn, same as the first. 14?
14 is not quite enough.
Fuck!
Do better. All of you,
This man
do better.
can't hit anything.
9. Again.
My back's getting tired from
I
carrying.
feel- I feel like he's so fast because like he has to run and get his arrows after fights so often.
Yeah. Yeah, you're probably right. Anyway, Tefera, you're up.
She is going to move up a few steps and cast Eldritch Blast on the guy on the left again. Same
Okay.
guy. She's just gonna keep trying. She's probably gonna be unsuccessful, but she's gonna keep trying. And I'm just gonna get on the other side of full on.
Yeah.
Okay.
9 isn't quite gonna do it. Can you get me something a little bit better?
Yo,
Okay.
oh my god.
Fuck these
Dude.
aliens. This is
We-
trash.
Remember when we said this encounter was gonna be easy?
Literally, this is what we get for talking shit before in the green room. This is what we get.
Doing
The hubris
my part.
of man.
Okay. Right. Well, that's fine. Everything's fine. Leo, save us.
Yes, of course. Yeah, like everyone's, having a hard time with that other scorpion. Yeah, I'm gonna try to.
It's because
Hurry
they're
up.
rounded. It's like the sloped armor on a tank. It just deflects. 25 will absolutely connect. If you want to spice it up, you can.
Damage, yeah, and then yes, I will. That's 8, and then where do you hide?
It's not hiding. It's right in the grass in front of you.
No,
I know.
where do you-
I know.
Okay, and then I'm gonna expend one spell slot to do a divine smite for another 6. Dang, that sucks.
Why is it 6 plus 0?
It's 5 plus 1.
Oh. Okay. That's weird. And it showed up red. Anyway, it's still standing, but barely, as you manage to drive drive your Cephos in, and with that divine energy swipe out. Its mouth grabby parts will never operate properly again. But you got one more swing in you?
Yeah, one more swing.
They're
Unfortunately, a
called
14.
chelicerae.
Oh,
Chelicerae.
I remembered that as well. Like I actually had to learn something, but I'm relearning it in my brain. Anyway, 14 unfortunately will not connect. The ferociousness of this creature should not be underestimated, and as you try to finish the blow with what you believe to be an open shot, you're instead going to be pushed back by the scorpion. Calliope, you're grappled by another scorpion.
Yeah. I was trying not to cast a shit ton of spells, but I guess I just have to. I'm gonna go ahead and try to cast a 2nd level Thunder Wave, just to see if it'll get it to let me go by pushing it the fuck away. I need a con save.
Alrighty.
It's probably better at it than I am, but that's not saying a lot.
It rolled an 8.
Oh, that won't make it.
If I have advantage, it's a 13.
So that is this one. That's 15 thunder
15
damage.
Thunder damage, and it gets moved, correct? Okay, now...
Hold on, let me see how far it gets me back. I think it's 10 feet. Yeah, it's 10 feet away from me.
I love this. The grapple condition literally specifies Thunder Wave as a way to get out of this.
Hey!
So 10 feet, I'll call it 15 because it's large, and it's going downhill. And I already moved it there. I don't want to move it again. Anyway, it bursts off, and it's both of its claws release you both, and it looks like you have cracked a lot of the carapace there.
Ah.
Both of these looking very shaky. It is then that you hear a similar, like a new war horn just in the distance as the sound of galloping hooves encroach quickly. It is the giant scorpion's last gasp. Y'all are no longer. Look. They're not doing great. Actually, they're doing okay. They're doing some serious damage. But let's see who wins the duel between Leo and this scorpion. 19 and a 19 still won't connect. How about an 8 though? Clearly, we're playing THACO rules now, and that's how you've been beating all my monsters.
THACO is delicious.
You're able to read the last desperate strikes of this wounded creature, of this wounded insect. Mega insectoid, ultra arachnid, as it kind of just throws everything at you in a wild frenzy that to an untrained eye might seem impossible, but to you, a trained warrior, now you can kind of see everything coming because of the expanded size of it. The other one, though, is going to try and climb its way back up the hill, which I believe procs a certain...
It does. You trigger my trap card every goddamn time.
Well, I'm sorry. There are new enemies every time,
Except it misses.
I'm trying to push it off. It's going to muscle right through and shoot a claw out at you to grab ya. Put you in the grippers for an 18, and oh well, it's still baned, so pause.
It's not.
It's
No?
not though. I lost concentration. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'm not disappointed, I guess. Anyway, an 18
I am.
versus Eliana and a 15 versus
Rolls are
Calliope.
so bad.
That hits me.
15 on Calliope.
15 misses.
Okay, so it won't be quite able to get it, but Eliana, as you step up to try and kind of swipe at this thing, you put yourself just close enough to get gripped a little bit. You are going to take 8 more bludgeoning damage, and then okay, Eliana, you're also going to get a tail coming at you.
What the fuck?
I did it in the scientific method.
That's not the scientific.
The scientific method to what?
12 to hit you, which does not. So
It's not.
as you get grabbed again, it brings you up and tries to bring its tail down, but you get your shield up and free from the grip in time to protect yourself. Bringing it to your turn, the sound of hooves grows ever closer. They feel just one hill behind.
I stab it.
Strike at it from hell's heart. 17 absolutely will crack it.
For 8.
For 8, you say. You got one more in you?
That's my bonus.
I mean, it's looking pretty weak as you jab an adamantine spear almost perfectly through this.
I'm about done using these bullshit internet dice.
I mean, look,
They're betrayers.
if they are truly the 5, I trust you all well enough by now to roll in person. But it comes down, Borghild, as your turn approaches, I don't know what you'd call it, a herd, a party of centaurs crests the hill. Gotta make her large, because creatures be large.
He's pretty.
As they enter and begin firing down upon the scorpions, who in their wounded state offer little challenge. Clearing them both out, clearing us out of combat.
No! If they kill steal from me, I'm gonna be so mad!
They absolutely just kill stealth from you.
I'm gonna bite someone's head
Kill
off.
stealth.
I was doing so good!
You were doing great.
Mm-hmm.
And the now all that's left is you and a large procession of centaurs. Probably about, I'm not going to post them all, but it's about 11. Back off this map. And there's a moment, I believe, where post-battle anxiety sits, where you have fought centaurs before. They have fought on the side of Sidon. Many on the mainland have chosen to side with the Stormlord, who they view as their father, and the Lady of Dreams, who they view as a mother of sorts. But they renamed my file. I don't remember what this is. Anyway, it's not long after, in that pause, as these warriors look over each other, that from behind you all, Folon will be the first to pop up. Yo, Nessa, is that you? And that is when you get a better look at the sort of, well, maybe not the leader, but the one standing most forward. As she looks over towards Folon as he approaches at a gallop. Oh my god, Folon? Like, what? And they move and embrace, and it's like a human hug, but also like dancing like horses around each other. It's very interesting for those of you who have never seen centaur things, and I think I've described it perfectly enough. The rest is be in your imagination. But
No, could you explain it more?
So the horse likes to be very careful because the front leg. Anyway, heck, we want to chime in with how horses celebrate and hug.
I'm teasing you guys.
I feel like talking about horses might emotionally damage it.
Please, it's been a hard day in the hospital. Please, dear
Okay.
God.
So, suffice to say, Folon and this thus unknown centaur know each other very well. And other centaurs go and greet Folon as I don't say brother, I say bro. High fives are given, wine flasks are cheers as a post-battle party seems to already be forming. Before one does, Folon kind of like, whoa, wait. You haven't met, like, the Oracle's Chosen and all that. They're just the ones who, basically took down those, 2 Scorpies, but, like... And the rest of the centaurs all now properly look at you, no longer seeing you as a potential threat. And the rest of you also, those of you at the back, probably like Defera and we'll see like Threnos leading back the Eresian monks. In what appears to be a chance to regain whatever honor they may have lost. Threnos having convinced them to charge in, but now finding the battle quite well and done. Many of the Eresians appear quite disappointed. However, the group together, Nessa will be the first to join up. It's like, oh my god, it's so nice to meet you all. It's like, we don't get a lot of people on this island, and honestly, Fallen, I'm surprised to see you like not all scorpion click-clacky. Yeah, well, I'm bonded with the birdie dude. Big man feathers over there. So we're all set. Oh my god, it's so good. I gotta stop this. Oh my god.
You did this.
That is how she is described in the book.
Really?
I shit you not.
That's incredible.
It is purposely described with a Valley Girl tone. Anyway, Nessa will... Her name's Nessa. It's like... I don't know, I'm from Milwaukee, or else called Vanessa, but I moved to California to rediscover it myself, and now my name's Nessa, not Vanessa. Anyway, she says to you all, okay, so like, that was scary, right? Like, big, scary snip scorpions, but do you guys want to party? Because usually we party after this stuff, and, we have enough food and drink around here. You could definitely make it happen. You guys down? You cool?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
I think they need it.
Don't we all? Gotta do it while you can. And the scene will quickly become one of libation and excess as I move us over to a screen I haven't used in a while.
Oh.
A campfire is created. The scorpions, ironically, are not consumed by the centaur, though you do see some of the Eresian monks also like making some of it for themselves, which does not seem to be taboo, but just something the centaur of this island aren't probably super big on doing, given that that's like their aunts and uncles, etc. They're elders. But other food is provided. The land is bountiful, and having a literal horse-mounted hunting party able to go out for a few minutes and track down some larger game, it is quite a feast situation. And before anything else happens, I do want to open it up to the group here, as the sun is beginning to crest into the late afternoon and dip for what seems to be a night of pleasant and cordial interactions and, if not raucous activity. I'd love to know if there's anything anyone in particular is doing other than enjoying themselves.
Yeah, sure. So Defera has been probably uncharacteristically more quiet and or probably looks as if she's like stewing in a level of anger that she just won't let go of for some reason. If you've ever been so pissed about something and you're just like ruminating on it, that's where she's at. Like she's just been, as the centaurs are like setting up this party, she's just been like probably pacing around being pissed, and she is going to kind of storm over to Eliana, wherever Eliana is, and like she's coming in like hot and aggressive, and she's like, Eliana, this is it. What the fuck is wrong with you? After all of this, after everything, please tell me that you are not the one who said Leo isn't the leader here.
What?
No, you know literally what I'm talking about. She said we weren't all on the same page, that some of us were divided. And I'm assuming she asked everybody the same damn question. So, what was your answer? What was... Yours had to be the different one. I'm assuming probably Borghild's was too. But, like, really? She just kind of... And she, like, Defera's gonna, like, glance at Borghild, who I'm assuming is, like, probably, like, covered in women or men or people or centaurs and, like, drinking.
Drinking, eating, doing drugs. She is partaking of strict hedonism.
It is.
At this moment.
It's a very hedonistic place, and it's very convenient that some of your companions function as like lounge mattresses with like an attendant to feed you grapes on the like put on them.
Hell yeah.
I will point at that. Like, Defera's going to point at that and be like, I'm sure she did, but that... Obviously. Like, we've been in this since the beginning, man. Like, what is going on?
Sure. Eliana look away a little sheepishly. Look, it's nothing against Leo, and I did not say he was the leader of the group, no.
You're being vague. You're avoiding. So what did you say? And why are you so evasive?
But
Why won't you just...
It's not something that's said so easily, and clearly I made a mistake. She just kind of like slightly trails off.
No, yeah, we're like, as soon as she starts doing that, she's like gonna egg you on. Like, she's frustrated. She's like, no, stop being evasive with us. This makes no sense. You don't tell us anything.
It's complicated. It's not a simple ask. I've been trying to think on how to deal with all of this. What I've seen, what I've been told, everything culminating.
Wait a minute, what do you mean what you've been told? What do you mean what have you been told? What have you been told? Do you mind sharing with the rest of us what you've been told?
It's vague. It's a mix of my seer capabilities that aren't as fine-tuned as, say, their sees is. And sometimes they tend to coincide with what others have said, like Queen Valis or Hera.
Eliana, I can't even take in what you're saying right now. None of this makes sense. Can you, for the love of the gods, just tell us what is going on? What are you talking about? Like, if you're seeing visions of us, I think across the board and she's gonna like gesture to like everybody, like, we deserve to know. If you're seeing something that we should be helpful with, we're in this together.
I had visions years ago that I was supposed to bring the New Order together to lead them, I think. But being a leader requires making connections, and I can't connect with people. I haven't been able to for a very, very long time. And I don't know if I can.
So I think when Eliana shares that, like, Defer's going to look, like, visibly embarrassed. Like, not embarrassed for Eliana, but embarrassed because, like, it's just so much. Like, she probably wasn't expecting Eliana to be that forward finally, even though it took, like, some poking and prodding. So, I mean, I don't know. Hang on. Just, what do you mean? What do you mean you don't connect with people? You literally, you connected with Kira. You've connected with lots of people. There have been lots of, or do you just mean us? Like, us. Maybe Borghild's gonna take a minute, but, like, the rest of us have been here the whole time.
And I've kept you all at an arm's length, purposefully. I've been quiet. I've been uncertain if these visions were even right. And I don't feel like some sort of person that can bring others together when I feel like I have to keep myself detached so that I don't trail off again.
I mean, yeah, okay, but that
Leans
doesn't.
in more.
Yeah, like, so
You don't. Yeah, it goes from, like, this position to, like, leaning directly on the hand.
So when you start kind of trailing off, she's just gonna, like, take in a big breath, like a kind of, like, exasperated breath. This doesn't make sense. I mean, I get it, but it doesn't make sense. Like, we've been traveling together for a while now. We mess up all the time. We do a lot of things all the time. And you do not hesitate to tell us about ourselves often. But we can't. We do this together. We can't do this without you. Like, you're part of this. Detaching from us is not going to accomplish anything.
Last time I was close to anyone, the only friend I had for a long time had feelings for, I never told them. And I lost them a number of years ago. And that regret, that pain's just eaten at me. And it's done nothing but make me feel that I have to disconnect. So that I don't have to feel like that over and over again, that it compounds and drags away at me. Because elves like me, we live for hundreds of years. I have to deal with this feeling for centuries, for so many lifetimes compared to others. And I don't want that feeling to hollow me out and turn me into some sort of husk. I'm afraid that that's what it's going to do if I decide to lead and have to connect with everybody only to lose them.
Yeah. I guess I can't. I mean, I can't imagine that. I don't know what that would be like. I I don't know what it would be like to exist for hundreds of years. And I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I do, Eliana. That's not fair. But, like, at least with this group, what I think we all do know is what it's like to, like, lose people, you know? And not be in control of, like, some of your circumstances. I think that's actually a pretty common denominator with all of us. And, like, she's gonna intentionally, like, she's been pretty loud this whole time, so whoever is there, but, like, she's gonna lower her voice a little bit and just kind of, like, speak directly to Eliana versus, like, just loudly. Like, is that really that's how you want to live? Hurting yourself so that people don't or can't enjoy you? You just want to, like, hide away?
I don't know. Sometimes it's easier to feel nothing rather than feel pain.
That surprises me. I wouldn't have expected you to take the easier path. I don't know. You seem so much more suitable for much harder things than feelings. I don't know. I think at this point you have to let us let you down. Because we're going to. Leo will do something stupid.
Yeah, you guys turn and see Leo try like with the monks, and they're pointing to the scorpion, and he's like, he's about to eat some scorpion.
Yeah. Leo will do something stupid. I will die, probably again. I've done it a couple times at this point. Well, kind of. I can't necessarily say that Calliope will do anything stupid, because she's actually pretty smart. But, like, you have to, at some point, let us, like, mess this up. And, like, be there for you. The risk of knowing that at least I'm trying to do something different and change the world is the whole reason I'm doing this. The rest of it all has to work itself out. And it's not going to do it without everybody being on the same page. I don't know. This isn't... We don't need to fight about it. But people care about you. I think we all do. And, like, she's going to gesture if, like, Threnos is around or Calliope, like, if anybody's there, she's going to kind of, like, open it up more of, like, a discussion if anybody wanted to say anything and was listening. But she's going to very intentionally, like, lower herself back down a little bit, and, like, before she's not going to walk away necessarily from Eliana, but she will kind of, like, grab a hold of her arm and, like, squeeze it a little bit. And, like, stand there for a second, and, like, if anybody else wanted to pop in, because Tefera was big mad, so she's good now.
I mean, yeah, like I said, like Calliope, like once that part of the conversation kind of started with the trail off, like she did kind of the lean in of like, no, let's see where this goes, right? Like, no, let's see where this goes. No, you keep talking, but yeah, I think once Tefera leaves, I think Calliope just kind of gives a little bit of a sigh and just says, I'm sorry that everything that happened has led you to believe that you have to deal with these feelings alone. I get it. It's kind of how I started out before the oath and everything. But I don't know, I guess the only question I really have, and it's okay if you don't know the answer to this right away, but what do you think it would take for you to let us in?
I don't know. I think I just need to accept artifact to, I guess, in a poor choice of words, mull it over with myself. To come to a realization.
That's fair. I just hope that this conversation, no matter how abrupt and maybe abrasive it was, just shows that we give a fuck.
I know.
Okay, well, hopefully be around. I'll try not to turn into a rock again.
I am a rock. I am an island.
I think she does have a little bit of a wry grin on about half of her face saying that.
Interrupting the scene is the exclamation from behind of a kind of conjoined Ness and Folon. Who wants to get drunk? As it seems that everyone here is being called to a sort of nope, that's the wrong one. It's like everyone here is kind of being called towards a singular area where many have gathered around. No, that's not right. Sorry. I'll play this one. Sure, that one's vibe too. Anyway, what appears to be a large kind of collective punch bowl has been brought in, and a number of empty cups are being passed around to whoever wants to engage.
Hell yeah. Balls deep in whatever that is.
Like, the rules are super simple. You just keep drinking till you're done. If we run out, we go and refill it with whatever we've got. Sound good? Whoever is the last one not feeling sick wins.
But you have to like consistently keep drinking. I need to like make sure I fully understand the rules of this game. Like, can you drink and walk away and like hang out with your buds?
No,
or do you have to like sit here and just drink
it's
out
gonna
of
like
the straw
keep going until you're done. Dead.
Dead?
She means like passed out. Dead. You're not gonna die. It's just alcohol. It's just some
I've
wine.
heard that before, and I have
It's
lost a lot of bros back home. From that.
I'll be real. It is just spiced wine. It is nothing
Oh,
serious.
man, that's
You're
be the
gonna
shit.
die. She
Yeah, you're
took
gonna die
something
because your head's
earlier.
gonna fall off and your bowels are gonna fall out.
I'm gonna turn into a scorpion.
Don't do it. Why would you
Yeah.
do that? Because then you're just gonna get straight up murdered by like some Joe Schmo on the island.
Now if I get you first.
That doesn't feel like a thing that's gonna happen.
And just like, all right, we gotta start drinking, or otherwise this is gonna go on forever. So a large group will begin drinking. The Arisians are sitting back from this, though anyone who's not participating can make me a perception check, or tell me if you have a stupid high perception passively. But if you are participating, I'd love you to make me a Constitution save.
Right. This will go well. Perfect. I'm gonna use my DM inspiration.
Oh, perfect timing, I guess.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Saved
There
it.
you go.
Not dead yet.
So those of you, okay, so DeFer is also joining in on the drinking. Holy shit. With a big natural 20. Leo, give me the roll. All right, not
14.
terrible, not terrible. So, I'm going to do two things. First off, those of you who are trying to spy shit, it seems like Calliope is looking about, you're going to notice the Arisians, they're all staying together and seem to be eating very modestly in a group, like they've made some kind of like stew, and they seem to be trying to put their backs to the party. But every once in a while, one of them will get up, like as if to refill a soup bowl or use the lavatory. But you'll notice that they'll like sneak a drink or something. They're all being very modest around each other, but as soon as it looks like they've all been trying to sneak little excesses where they can. Anyway, the drinking contest. The winner is going to be the one who rolled the highest, unfortunately. Well, I guess fortunately, because it's y'all. But anyway, it's not like a continuous thing. But how's it gonna go? A bunch of the centaurs and Nessa begin drinking, and in a few moments are already pretty sick, given they were drinking a lot beforehand. And then it's left. They pre-gamed too hard, and when the game came around, they were done. So they all are heading over the hills really quick to. They don't have a porcelain god here, but they're gonna hope that one of the five is gracious to them in this moment. Following up with that, Leo, you feel as you're continuously putting cups into this bowl and into your mouth, and constantly diving further and further into this drunken state, you suddenly feel your stomach wrench and you can no longer continue. What occurs next is entirely in your hands. You don't have to be on the puke parade, but if you want to still hold your lunch, but you're not feeling great, and so you pause and stop, therefore retiring you from the exercise, leaving only at that point Borghild, Folon, and Defera. Now, size-wise, science would tell us that Folon has the most room. However, you are the Oracle's chosen, and so you watch Borghild as you and Folon lock eyes, kind of this moment of intense like concentration of like, I'm going to drink more than you. And you see the kind of like movement to cover his mouth and like grab at his stomach. And in a moment of exaltation, just shortly before, you also feel the need to immediately stop consuming light amounts of poisonous liquid. And leaving the one and only true winner, the one who supped from the cups that made the gods themselves drunk and held it somewhat together. Sort of. Unclear with that night. I don't know. I think your group solved a murder mystery. It was...
You're right.
It was wild. Anyway, Defera is the last one left standing, holding your glass aloft. Is there anything in particular you would like to do with this moment of adulation you're receiving from the crowd?
She's going to do whatever the equivalent of like chugging the last bit of her cup or goblet and then just throwing it or like smashing it, or like she won't forehead smash it. She definitely won't do that because she's not that strong. But she will like do something stupid, like she'll chug it and then just chuck the glass and just like hands in the air. And then she's gonna point at Borghild and she'll be like, and I have got to talk to you in a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Oh my god. And then she's gonna continue vomiting to get all of it out because wine sucks. And it's hurting my tummy.
Alright. Well, like, as Nessa's returning, alright, so we're gonna take it a little bit slower on this one. We are going to do stories. The best story wins. Crowd pick. Democracy rules. So if anyone wants to participate in that, let me know. Because there's going to be some people getting up and beginning to tell very emphatic stories of their own exploits, or what seems to be some general myths that are well received by the crowd. damn, these centaurs are really good at playing the centaur audience. They're telling a lot of centaur jokes that you kind of sort of get, but like they seem to be really hitting. So it's a tough crowd. Someone's got to crack it though. It's going to be a performance check to pop it if anyone wants to jump in.
Yeah. Do you think that I could piece enough together of what we learned from our Sphinx friend about the whole myth behind why the centaurs are becoming scorpions?
Well, I mean, you know the reason. You met the reason. And whether the centaurs here know the reason or not is unclear. But you could try play that angle.
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Alright, give me a performance check. And I've got some bonuses or impediments in my head.
21.
I shit you not. What I rolled for our random centaur roll for full-on for Nessa was in the following: 19, 19, and 20. You tell a story. Why don't you kind of like paint the scene for me? Are you going to like, is it like sad and then hopeful? Is this like a drama, a tragedy, a comedy? A hominy?
I think it is more of a drama, but ending in maybe something more hopeful and kind of like weaving in the message that, at least us talking to her, this could potentially be fixed. It just would take a lot of work and a lot of minds coming together.
All right. And it's with that, as you kind of guide them through this really low point in this island's history, it draws cries and sobs as you depict this cursed island and what they must endure and do on a day-to-day basis. And that not even the stiffest drinkers can ignore the water welling at their eyes and then guide them expertly up into a hopeful roar, such at the end, as you finish and bow, the small camp seems to erupt. Even the Eurasians are quite moved by your story, and you are declared the winner of the contest.
Also, I probably use dancing lights a little bit for visual aid.
Of course. Why wouldn't you?
Why not?
If there's nothing anyone else wants to do really quick in this moment in between, I think we have time for one more contest before a break. All right. The night sky is beginning to become a bit more clear, but not just yet, and so it's announced that there will be a wrestling contest. Now, you are somewhat familiar with the concept of centaur wrestling from your previous adventures, those of you who have been with us since the earlier days. No, it's basically the centaurs running at each other and trying to flip one onto its side. But it is possible for two-legged heroes to make a difference. A sort of rutting ground is established and marked away well from the fire or any potential hazardous materials. And those who wish can make me an athletics check.
Of course, I'm going to go join.
Oof. Anyone else jumping in?
I want to, but I'm not very strong.
I mean, hey, it's not a matter of winning. It's a matter of, like...
It is a matter of winning! Damn it, Leo! Fuck off!
Alright.
I've done this way too many times now.
The first rounds are centaurs on centaurs, and, it's interesting to see the full strength of them running into each other, but it kind of immediately buckles. It's quick matches, given that they're basically applying equal amounts of force and running over. Full-on gets pretty far until he runs into Borghild, and you're able to grapple and bring him down, having watched the competition until the very end. and I would love if we could get a little collaboration here into how Leo eventually wins versus Borghild.
I think Leo just mimics the centaurs and just like runs at Borghild.
I think Borghild runs not full speed, and that's part of why she loses this full contest. But she's running at Leo in order to essentially pounce on him and like dig nails in and rip ear off and like wood pull hair. But you know, she's going in to fight mean. She's not going in to fight hard. She's being a petty ass bitch.
So going in, I imagine you're able to slightly pull and start to get at Leo's hair before Leo then kind of grabs you by the waist, twists, and smacks you to the ground with a big thud.
Yeah, I deserve that. I don't get into fist fights often.
And that is how they call those contests there. And as the sort of crowd cheers, Leo is named the winner. Borghild, you find yourself looking up at the stars. It's very pretty.
I'm just gonna lay here and laugh to myself like an insane person.
I think I reach out my hand and it's like a good match.
Next time I'm gonna bite your ear off. And I'm gonna give double finger guns while walking away so you can get your award. I'm assuming he gets an award. I feel like you should after that fight.
Honestly, it just seems like proving yourselves is part of it. The folks who win are being guided with adulation and being given, you know, people's best cuts of food or, you know, small little trinkets and gifts. And they do seem to be getting more attention from the centaurs in particular. But yeah, I believe someone had talked to somebody at some point about a thing, or if someone wants to talk to somebody about something, you absolutely can now. Or we can hit break. What are we feeling?
Could we do break? Because...
Yeah! Oh, absolutely. So I'll tell you what. We are going to hit a quick break as our party continues. So stick with us, and we'll see the last challenge, and it'll be stargazing. As well as whatever happens throughout the rest of the night with these awesome events. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Make sure you take care of yourself too over this little short break, and we'll see you right after. And Michelle, if you're here, please stick us out. Welcome back, everybody. I hope your break was very nice. Where we last left our heroes, they were in the midst of a centaur party on Scorpion Island, which is a lot of words, but it's even cooler than you think it is. Because now the party has entered into a more relaxed state, all the energy is out, and the drinks are going a little bit slower as everyone's had their fill and is sort of nursing what remains. Those wishing to drink to excess are already quite stupid in their speech and stance and movements, and yeah. Anyway, so it's a bit more of a chill period if anyone wanted to do anything before the next contest started.
Defera's gonna walk over to Borghild.
Borghild is straight up Pooh Baron right now. Her pants gone.
No one wears pants. That's what makes you extra weird about this setting.
I'm glad you elaborated on what Pooh Bearing was as a
woman. No bottoms, butt out.
Yeah.
Cheeks out.
Defera's gonna... Are you, like, just standing in front of her? Or are you, like, sitting with a group of people? Like...
I think she's probably wandering around trying to find food. Like, in between activities is where you find her.
So Defera will see Borghild, I don't know,
Pooh Bear,
rummaging around like a charcuterie board of some type or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And walk up and tap him on the shoulder and say, hey. Did you take
Oh my god, have you eaten this cheese?
Not yet.
Why is it so crumbly?
Oh, it's probably just a really good feta. Question, do you have a second?
Hang on, 1 second before you go. Feta cheese.
Very important note. Definitely feta.
Where did she procure the notebook from?
I have a bag of holding inside of me. Just kidding. Anyways, feta cheese.
Okay. Yeah. That's not what I wanted to talk to you about. Do you know where your pants are? Or are you good right now without your pants?
I mean, to be honest, not a fan of pants. Not a fan.
Yeah. I mean, that actually makes sense. Pants are restricting. I stick to
Yeah,
skirts,
that's why I
guess.
tend to try to wear skirts and stuff like that, just so I can let everything breathe, let everything air out.
Yeah, that's helpful. Can I pick your brain about something? This was not how this conversation I expected it to start. Today's been a weird day for me with
Oh, it
combat.
has. It's been wild.
I mean, has it been particularly wild for you for any reason? Or just because just like the general wild, the same wild that I am also experiencing, like speaking with a sphinx.
I mean, the Sphinx, wild. The sheer amount of libations here, wild. Also, I don't have to wear pants right now, and it's real fucking good.
Yeah, so maybe what I wanted to talk to you about is relevant.
You want me to wear pants? Is that what this is about?
It's not. Nope. I actually... You can be as comfortable however you're comfortable. Don't wear pants.
When you asked me earlier if I knew where my pants were, no.
Oh, okay.
That was like 3 people ago.
Oh, like intimately?
I mean, sometimes.
Okay.
There was one person who just wanted a chest bump, and I was like, all right.
And you definitely, I mean, you don't need pants for chest bumping.
Nope.
So that makes sense.
No, you do not.
This conversation is getting stranger as we go. So, can I ask you a few questions before I drink more? And this conversation just keeps getting weirder. And she's going to down another glass of wine and reach for another one, cask another bowl or glass. So, this is gonna be weird, and I know I just met you, but you appear very good with people.
I mean, I
Okay.
can be. I also turn some people very much off. And sometimes I just put an X through their head and we get over it.
Those are some other options. Mostly what I've seen has been the discus through the head, or you being really good
cool
with people.
Damn, Zonian's smart. Brilliant beyond measure.
I'm beginning to agree. My question is, how are you so good at talking to people? When you talk to people, say, okay, let me... so what if you want to talk to somebody that you like? How do you talk? If you like somebody and you want to talk to them, but you don't want it to get strange and weird, the way that you talk to what's his name on the boat?
You're gonna have to be more specific than that. Sorry, I've talked to a lot of people on the boat.
I know. I was hoping you were gonna pick one. Just across the board, like
The god, or the other one, the guy that's good with mechanics and stuff. Flying
Kind
ship.
yeah.
That guy.
Oath.
So
I mean, that guy, I'm approaching because I need something from him, if I'm being entirely honest. I would like to eventually go the fuck home. Because this ain't it. This is really cool. This part right here. Like, I'm about this part. But, like, other stuff that's happened so far, not cool. And the god just... You know, I don't think I actually did well trying to flirt with them. I think I put my foot in my mouth. And when you accept the fact that you can put your foot in your mouth, it gets a lot easier to talk to people. Like, it's gonna happen. You gotta swing the bat as many times as you can to hit a ball. It's not about accuracy in my game. It's just about attempting. You know? You guys have baseball here, right?
I have no clue what you're talking about, but what I can say is that I think you said that at least trying is the point, right?
Yeah, because if you don't try, they're not going to know anything. And if they don't know anything, they can't do anything.
So
and
then
if you don't do anything, then you don't do anything. And like not doing stuff sucks way more than trying to do the stuff. Because when you try, at least sometimes you get to do the stuff. And doing the stuff is great.
what do you mean by doing the stuff? Like, do you mean like sex doing the stuff? Or do you mean, like
yeah. Sex,
okay.
drugs, you know, different types of alcohol, but also feeling cool feelings. Like, being in love with someone is super cool. But you're not gonna know if you get to be in love with someone if you don't at least like them enough to try.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. But here's the thing. So this is where this gets weird. What if their ex has like a lot of control in what's happening? You know, what if their ex is kind of like a big player in the game? What do you do with that?
You want me to like light her house on fire or something?
No, actually. I think that might make it worse.
I could take my little... And she'll pick up her blades. You don't know where they were. She doesn't know either. But she has them, and she's like, could also cha-cha, you know, like in the nut or something.
Yeah. No, I don't think... Well, I appreciate the offer, and I do, personally, in my heart of hearts, believe that would be the simplest option for us. I do not believe that it would be the most successful, nor the most helpful. So my fear is that, you know, like once you tell the person you like them, then you gotta like act like you like them. But if I act like I like him, what if his ex starts to make our life really hard? And I mean, you've seen how this goes, right? Like, you saw how the Sphinx goes, you kind of saw how the Scorpions go. It's not necessarily an easy ride already, and I'm not trying to make it harder. So part of me wonders if I should do what Eliana was talking about earlier and just stuff it down and pretend like it's not happening.
No. I wanted to actually call bullshit on that conversation, but it felt rude with the person who was sitting under me.
Uh-oh.
So, like, I didn't want to... It just felt like it would have been too much in that moment.
Maybe stay focused on the task you had.
But no.
Sure.
You should feel all of your feelings, because if you don't feel them, you'll shit yourself. I'm pretty sure it's how it goes. Well, it's more or less that they bottle up, and it really doesn't feel good and causes tummy aches. So, you know, it's not worth keeping them in, because they're gonna find another way out. You know what I'm saying? And it's not going to be one that's like super fun.
I'm gonna be very honest with you, Borghild. This was a rodeo ride of a conversation.
Thank you.
Another question though, because it's actually been quite helpful. For the acting like you like someone, that part. Obviously, like, we make sure everybody is on the same page, but what do you do if the other person just suddenly stops acting like they like you? Like, we just never talk about it again? I don't want to be the person who just keeps bringing it up. I feel like maybe I just keep bringing it up.
Well, if
And
you want
then-
something, you have to make it happen. Like, I know some people want to be like, oh, relationships should be equal. It should go back and forth. Nah. Sometimes you have to, like, literally mount a guy
Oh,
and just, like, stare him down.
oh.
Like choking if it's consensual. And, like,
Oh,
ask them.
consensual. Yeah, this all tracks. This is very helpful. I'm not sure if the other
You don't have to go that
person-
far. Like, that's just...
Yeah, okay, good. That's like not
Yeah,
mandatory,
no,
right?
but,
Is what
like,
you're saying. Okay.
If you want something to happen, waiting for someone else to do it is gonna cause you more pain than anything.
Okay. By that logic, though, then I'm just choking myself. So.
Don't choke
across the
yourself.
board-
I
okay,
mean, unless
yeah,
you're into that,
okay.
like, I'm not gonna yuck your yum. No, you should really talk to Leo about this because, like, it's obvious that you guys kind of like each other, especially when you guys are all like me in the corner. Like, there's only a handful of us. It's kind of easy to clock, if I'm being completely honest. But also, we could die at any given point, and if you don't tell someone how you're feeling, like, that's your soul with that forever. Doesn't sound like a fun ride. I want to get that shit resolved here, because I'm not trying to carry things over.
Borghild, that was very insightful, actually. So.
I'm pretty smart.
I don't know where you keep pulling things out of. I'm trying to just keep hard eye contact.
I'm a thinker sometimes. A philosophizer, I believe, is what they call them here.
Yeah. So, question. Last one.
I feel like you said that like 3 questions ago, but
I
I'm in.
know.
You don't have
Yeah.
to, like, clarify a number or anything.
Oh, okay, good. All right. Well, I feel like this might be the last one. What if you don't get to go home?
I'm gonna be a lot of people's problems until I do. So,
Okay. Well,
my goal is to annoy someone enough that they, like, yeet me back out of here. And I'm actually kind of terrified of dying here, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm worried that my soul won't make it back to where it's supposed to. I don't know where I am in existence right now, if everything is checking out. The stars are different. The food is different. There are centaurs fucking 8 feet away from me right now, and I didn't know what a centaur was 3 days ago, or 2 weeks ago, whenever I met Full On. Like, where am I? Does my soul go to the same place? Do I get to keep my soul? What happens? It's kind of wild. I'm really scared about it, but it's fine.
I mean, none of that sounds fine. That actually sounds.
I mean, it could be worse. I could be at, like, a shitty place that doesn't have centaurs fucking 8 feet away from me. Like, that's pretty rad. And also, have you had this bread?
She's going to take the bread and, like, take a bite Borghild, I'm gonna be honest. I think that this, and she's gonna gesture to like your half-naked body holding a piece of bread smeared with like cheese or honey or whatever, and just like take you in for a second. I think we needed, as a group, this energy.
Yeah, that's like the whole oracle thing, right?
Yeah, but I don't think I realized how much we needed all of this to happen. And I would like to be helpful in getting you back home, but I just worry. And if you can't get home, I mean, I would love to help you be somebody's problem.
Hell yeah. She's gonna give you a fist bump with like half a baguette still in her hand.
So fist bump you back, like she's it's the weakest, like her wrist is not fit for.
We'll work on it. I know you need to work on it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not fit for fighting. In case you haven't seen.
Oh no,
that
note, it's been real rough. Like I thought magic is just supposed to like hit people when you shoot it at them.
Yeah. It's wild though because it always hits me. You know what I mean? It's like it always hits me, but I never
fix that. Like it shouldn't be hitting you if you're like sending it out.
Yeah. I don't disagree. Do you need anything right now? Do you good? Do you need like a glass of water?
I'm gonna go see if that god has free time.
Sure. Yeah, this makes sense.
But also, I think like he definitely knows I'm into it, and I don't want to push any boundaries. I just haven't slept with the god here yet, and it sounds pretty cool. But also, sometimes he looks so sad. And I want to make him less sad, or at least less apologetic. Like, I feel like a good amount of pussy could fix that. Like, just solid amount.
Don't disagree.
Like, I could at least make him feel just a little bit better. Like a pep in his step. Something, right?
Yeah, I don't disagree. I will say, you could maybe tap in one of us to help you, because I think some of it is because we've been really mean to him for a while. And I think we've just kind of like shattered his self-esteem a smidge. I don't mean tap in like I want to help you sleep with him.
Yeah, I didn't know if this was gonna be like
no
an Eiffel Tower situation or something.
Not ideal for me. I'm sure and she's gonna point to like any of the centaurs willing to help. They appear very willing.
Yeah,
I meant more.
Have you guys seen a centaur on a swing? But they're doing it. They're swinging. Wild. Like I said, this is fucking wild.
I mostly just meant that we've been really mean to him for a while.
Yeah. While I am a fan of being petty and bullying, maybe don't break a god spirit.
Yeah.
Or maybe do, because you said something about Leo's ex. Like, we could break her spirit.
This is where you know what? This has been helpful. We're not gonna break her spirit, because that will make our lives miserable. Pythors, we can
She has so much power. What's that about?
Defera is going to attempt in whatever way to explain like what an oracle is. Like in whatever way, like, because I don't know any. Chrissy the player can explain it, but I don't think Defera would have it in her to explain like how important. What was her name? Versi, right?
Versi, yeah.
Like how important she is to this whole experience, and like her experience with Leo. Like, so it'll come out as this like very rambly kind of sound, kind of like yeah, if you've ever been bullied by like an ex-partner's ex-girlfriend or boyfriend or partner, like it'll sound more like that than it will sound like an actual explanation, but she's gonna do her best.
Yeah, I'm just like, when that happens, just put an axe in their head. Like, I don't know. Sometimes bullies deserve to get bitch slapped. And that could go for you guys too. So, like, bullying gods.
Yeah.
I mean, I can bully, and I've been bitch slapped for it. So that's why I feel like bitch slap just comes out when you bully people.
It's been helpful, Borghild. Thank you. I am going to leave you to your hedonism, as well as
Yep, this
all
has
of the
been,
keys.
it's been wild.
Here's this, and she's gonna hand you like a glass of water, just in case. Just maybe keep it by the side. That way, when you chug it before you go to sleep, it's less likely to wake up with a hangover. Alcohol's gonna dehydrate you. Anyways, I'm
know
not.
that.
All right.
I've been drinking one with every glass of alcohol I've had.
Great. Good.
It's part of the reason why I lost my bottoms is because I just wanted to be able to like walk and pee as I went.
Also a surprise. An unexpected response. I appreciate you, Borghild. And she's going to do Borghild did a fist bump. She's gonna do the good job, kiddo, kind of like tap on her shoulder.
Don't piss your pants. And she's going to just wander off to wherever her legs take her.
Yeah, you're still not entirely sure what pants are, but...
Whatever pants are, don't mind.
Well, no, you know what pants are, because you wear pants. Greeks, essentially. Fantasy Greeks would... No concept. Everyone's wearing their skirts and toga, etc.
Can't have your legs freezing together where I'm from.
Mm-mm. But yeah, the final contest will begin, unless there's something else anyone wants to jump in on, but a group has all kind of seemed to gather together looking up at the stars, and it will be a stargazing contest. Receive the most difficult to see thing in the night sky. There's going to be some perception checks.
Why not?
Damn.
Leo, stop winning. Fuck off.
I can't help it. It's all this scorpion venom.
You didn't even get... Oh yeah, you bought it. So yeah, your eyes, you ate it, so yeah, your eyes are like...
I can't close them anymore.
Yeah. My eyelids are stuck. I see everything. But yeah, bringing back to the constellations, you all begin to identify these new stars. Borghild, you're able to point out a few interesting features of the night sky, although
I don't feel like I'm pointing out interesting features. I feel like I'm going, what the fuck is that? What is that?
Yeah,
what is that?
In your own way.
She's like trying to understand and like map out these stars, and it's still like, what the these aren't real.
Mm-hmm. I will say, Tefera, as you look up, you're kind of stuck a little bit because your eyes seem to lock on the constellation of the Bard, and you're not sure why, but it feels very important to you, as if something in the back of your head is pushing you to know more about that constellation in particular. But Leo, what exactly do you think you point out that is worth such great acclaim and note that you were deemed the winner of a stargazing competition?
I think old stars. Like long time ago, I talked to Threnos about how I used to remember the stars differently. And so, yeah, like I am looking and perceiving, like I'm trying to find where my stars used to be when I'd always stare into the night sky, daydreaming.
There is some familiarity, but definitely a more dimness, and the constellations now leave out many of the older ones. As the stories have changed, and certain ones were given more important meaning, and new myths were forged in the time when you were gone. But with that insight and the alternative view on things, you are absolutely deemed the winner. Anyway, I guess the other question to point out is who's getting really, really drunk tonight? In character.
Wow.
Defera, for sure.
Borghild is trying to get crossfaded and hover at like the perfect level.
Defera, I won't make you roll because your intention is to get trashed. Borghild, do you want to make me a con save to see how well you're handling it?
I'm getting crossfaded into oblivion.
You coast on the most perfect level. When you begin to get a little too drunk, you get a little high. When you get too high, you bring it down, and you're leveling out perfectly. And manage to have an perfect night of control, but looseness. That perfect level of I know I'm drunk, but everything inside is cool and cooked.
Mm-hmm.
Crisp, clear internal thoughts, but your body feels all wavy and like the night air is just kind of almost pouring in and through you, and it's very relaxing and wonderful.
I've never been crossfaded before, so I appreciate this explanation.
You're vibing, is the point. Is there anything else anyone does tonight?
I think Calliope will find, pointedly, since y'all have been in celebrations around her, you would know that she does partake in most, but tonight she's not. But she'll find some water or something, and actually go and offer it to Leo, and just kind of start with the phrase, "Strong drinks, eh?"
Yeah, I think I'm done after the first contest. I can't drink anymore.
You doing all right?
I'm doing okay. I was just missing you guys. I'm glad you found me. But yeah, today's been a fun night.
Mm-hmm. Well, we missed you too. I was so worried about you in Threnhouse. When you all just disappeared under the waves, I thought that was it. I'll be honest with you. But no, this has been good. I just meant to, at some point, say that I feel like the scroll that I found back at the base was maybe an invasion of privacy, and I apologize for that. With Gaius and everything, I probably should have just stopped reading and then just handed it to you, and I super didn't do that.
Oh, no, that's totally fine. I didn't know. So, unfortunately, meeting him in person was not that great.
I guess you can't really choose your family members by blood. I think you've dodged a little bit of an arrow there with him, though, I guess, not wanting to associate with him, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. We'll put a stop to his, whatever his reign of terror is.
I guess my question is, you didn't know, right? Like how? Yeah, like how did you not know? I suppose I guess through bloodline, but I don't know. It seems odd.
500 years plus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no. I think he thinks about it and just like, well, I don't know. I guess my brother did have a very strict code of conduct that could have maybe been passed down, but gets distorted and, yeah. I'm sorry, I just must have missed it that, we run bad or something.
No,
And I
that's
think he
not
just
true.
sits down and just cross-legged and just thinks to himself, am I the bad guy here?
You're anything but bad, Leo. You're probably the best of us.
I try to be, or I try to, do the best I can.
And that's already much better than your relative who has been groveling at Sidon's feet and wants to fuck his dragon. So
That's just something.
I feel like I've been trying to normalize a little bit by saying it, but it just gets weirder every time I say it. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
And you just don't think about it, or don't think about most things, and then you're able to go with the flow.
Is that the only thing like that you've been thinking about, or I guess not thinking about?
Oh, I think he kind of turns away and just blushes and's like, well, yeah, no, I haven't been thinking about stuff. Or maybe I have, I don't know. Just... I think he sheepishly kind of just says, I think I like Tifera more than a sister.
Okay, that's one way to say it.
She keeps bringing us family stuff up. It's weird, but yeah.
Are you sure? I feel like it's I've gotten the impression that it's very much the opposite, but I could be wrong.
I could be wrong too, honestly. I don't know. Back in the island, we talked about stuff, and then just I don't know. Things just keep happening, and we just don't have time to any peace and quiet for me to think or process. I think it'd be process. My feelings.
Yeah, big storms and giant scorpions will do that, huh?
Yeah. Do you want to try some? They taste like beef jerky.
No, I think I'm actually good. After getting grappled by one, I think I've lost appetite for it.
They say if you eat your enemies, you gain their power. As he bites into this leg.
Who says that?
Doesn't the philosophers say that? I don't know. Someone said it somewhere.
I'll take your word for it. Well, hey. There's only so many days left on the Oath of Peace, and I would really hate for anything like that to run out before. I don't know, you maybe talk to Jafera?
Yeah. You're right. And I think he gets up and goes finds Tefera.
Oh my goodness.
And she stares to the campfire and just smiles. Then set in motion.
Uh-oh. And Defer is really fucking drunk right now.
But yeah, Leo heads out, like determined to have a intimate conversation with Tefera. Hopefully, nothing goes wrong.
Nothing can go wrong. Oh no.
Yeah, you find her. She wasted. Absolutely wasted. That was after Borghild mentioned pussy. The wine just kept going faster down the gullet. Like, there was an attempt to run away from a lot of those statements that happened so fast that she wasn't even trying to hide her uncomfortability. So, yeah, she is standing there, probably leaning against a tree, possibly a centaur in some sort of something called an Eiffel Tower with Borghild and a few other people. Who knows? Just literally trying to hold herself upright.
Hey, Tefera, how are you doing?
I am having a great night. This wine, great. The cheese,
Yes.
also great. Borghild, super great.
Yeah, I think he turns and then it's like, I see.
They're like an acrobat.
They're
If
like
you
a
watch it
Santa.
long enough, it's like a show.
Yeah, a show. Anyways, the reason I came to talk to you was, about a couple days ago, I think. At this point, you said a thing, I said a thing. We're not siblings.
You just keep mentioning family every time we talk about this.
You keep mentioning you being my sister for some weird reason, but it's okay.
Oh.
It's fine.
Okay, good. This is good. This is going great.
Yeah, I think it's just, yeah, yeah, yes, uh-huh. And just Leo just seems to be having this one-sided conversation in his head. Well,
Yeah, Leo, you're not saying a lot of your words out loud, so I'm just gonna keep looking at you because you're nice to look at. You're great, really nice to look at, but you're not saying a lot of words for me to respond to. So, is there anything you want me to? I mean, I'm not sure if we're just hanging out. We just hang out. Do you just want to watch the show? That's what I'm doing.
yeah. No, I think, yeah, kind of blushes. You just complimented them. And he's like, no, I just wanted to just, yeah, say hey. And say, yeah, I really like you.
She's going down whatever glass is in her hand.
Oh, that's always a good sign.
Nope. Hang on. I also like you. A whole bunch. I was talking to Borghold about it. She said a lot of things. Mostly not to wear pants. Mostly that she keeps referring it to as pussy, which is wild. But pussy fixes everything. I don't know that we're there yet. But what I can say is that I truly do think that, like, if we can, like, sit down and talk and, like, actually talk, not like with alcohol, because there's a lot of alcohol making me talk right now, because Borghild again, and Defera's gonna attempt to, like, high-five Borghild and whatever Borghild is doing. Borghild, lots of amazing feedback. They were like, you should talk to him, you should not be afraid, and I am. I'm, like, scared of a lot. I'm really particularly scared of your ex. She feels really powerful, and, like, she could hurt you, or me, if she finds out about me liking you, and vice versa. But also, you know, fucking Borghild, man, she's a wealth of knowledge. Unexpected.
In the background, Borghild is giving a blowjob.
Did I just hear the slap of Tony's face palm?
Yeah, probably.
Oof. That's a lot.
Too much? Too much?
No.
All right.
But I don't. Oof. Versi did say, "May all Thylea burn" when we parted ways.
Yeah. Yep, I think about it a lot. So.
I didn't until this moment. I think, yeah, for a second, Leo hesitates. But no matter. Like, I don't think she would come after us. Well, yeah, no, like, we're our own people. And I'm pretty sure we can still be friends.
She's gonna do that, like, drunk person thing where she's, like, just puts a finger to your lips. No, Leo. I don't think that's right. Shh, I don't think somebody who threatened to burn the whole world just wants to be friends with you. But I'm gonna be honest. This wine is kind of hitting my stomach a little bit funny. And she still, like, hasn't moved her finger from your face.
Yeah.
And I don't feel so good. And she's just gonna bend forward and puke on your feet. Just wine everywhere.
I'm fine. How's it going?
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
My mouth started to get hot, and I started to feel really sick. And I think it was the cheese. Borghild and I shared this cheese, and she's just gonna start crying.
It's okay. I will get you some water. Hey, I needed new shoes anyways, new sandals. And I think he
Oh,
just
wow.
casually takes them off and then
Like,
goes
so
find you
sorry.
some water.
And
Or
she
no, I
just
think
starts to,
he
like,
grabs you
lay
by the
down.
hand. And I think we just like find you a nice bedroll. I make you drink like a pitcher of water. Get some rest. I think I made a mistake talking to you when you were not feeling well. But hopefully you remember this.
She's snoring loudly.
Yeah, I think
Just
I-
out.
give you a kiss on the forehead.
She's gonna wish she remembers this.
And yeah, I think it rubs like your back and it's like everything's gonna be okay. And he just continues to stare into the sky as this party just takes a weird turn, or it's been this weird turn.
There's just a lot of hook tying over on the one end.
No, stop it.
Oh, the sound that I just made. I'm so glad I was muted.
Well, yes. All right. I just gotta actually remember to breathe. The next morning arises, and 44 days remain in the Oath of Peace. You all awaken in drunken stupors of various kinds and whatever, assortment of others' limbs that you wish to be in. Hoof or hand, I don't know, I'm not here to judge. Just to call the DCs. Anyway,
Oh no.
I need to make a private roll, actually.
Oh,
Don't do
secrets.
Stop it.
Get some help.
It's the next morning, as you all are breaking camp. Nessa will approach Thylea, who I imagine is nursing a wicked hangover right now, with a lot of cheese and water. So, like, I guess you all are leaving or something? I got told you guys were gonna, like, save the world, or at least all the islands and stuff. Is that true?
Yeah, you're just talking really loud.
Oh my god, I am so sorry.
Yeah, no, it's
I
okay.
am so sorry. I was just like, you know how Full-On needs to like had to be like be paired with what was his name, like Timothy? In order to not turn into a scorpion? I was just curious if maybe you would like also be interested in helping me out with that.
Oh, shit. Okay.
It's like no big deal.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
It's just like
Yeah.
a lot of respect. I didn't really get a chance to talk to Borghild last night because
Sure.
she was
Yeah.
busy. But you were all really busy, and I was gonna bring it up after like the first challenge and everything. But then you were getting really drunk, and like I couldn't really like bring up like, hey, do you want to make a lifelong pact with me to help me not turn into a dangerous insect?
Yeah. No. Listen. Okay. I appreciate that you're asking. I will accept. Here's the thing, though.
Oh my god! Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited!
Shh.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Yeah.
I am so sorry.
But I'm not good at people. So I'll do my best. And I'm also not the best at, like, fighting. So
God, like,
the
God,
likelihood of me dying is high. You picked kind of, like, the softest one of the group.
girl, that's why you ride on my back, and then we like get you out of trouble.
All right.
Little,
That-
little centaur medic wagon.
Oh, okay. Here,
Yeah.
as long as you're aware and you're okay with that.
I mean, like, I don't think fighting is like super interesting anyway, so I'm totally chill with like hanging out in the back with you and like pew-pewing some spells and stuff.
Okay, sure. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
I
So like you gotta like swear the oath with me right now, real quick. Can you do that? I know it's like super early, but I'm just really excited at not being a scorpion.
Yep, that's okay. Let's do that right now. She's gonna chug a bunch of water.
And the oaths are exchanged, and Nessa will like, give me a second, and she will just sprint around the campsite really quick, shouting very loudly, but then come back and spend the rest of the morning braiding your hair and asking you a lot of intrusive questions about your life.
The snakes will hiss constantly.
Oh yeah, she pulls down your hood and it's like, oh my god.
Yeah, no, it's fine. They're
Can
really
I-
loud.
Can
But
I
you can-
try? Can you braid them?
Yeah, I mean, you can try. You can try anything. To be fair, I think they might like it when every once in a while I catch myself kind of twirling one or two of them, and they don't hate it.
All right, I'm gonna give it a shot, and she'll spend the day slowly coaxing snakes into a intricate pattern and putting occasional little flowers in. Yeah, things you learn quickly about Nessa is she is really not interested in fighting, but she's like sort of good at it, and she really just likes getting high and not knitting hair and just like relaxing. So,
Oh yeah, it's hell of a vibe. I'm here for that.
but she's very like into all your questions, and she will at some point probably ask about the guy you were talking with last night. Like, what's the deal? Should I like know anything?
Yeah. Yep, that is a conversation for another day. And she's gonna puke.
Oh my gosh, I'm so
again.
sorry. And she'll like hold your snakes back.
Thank you. I actually very much appreciate this. I will also say, though, that I am foggy as hell right now, but I think some of the folks on my team, maybe Eliana, if I'm remembering correctly, they might know how to get this scorpion curse thing taken care of.
I mean, if you think you can, that would be awesome, but we don't need to worry about that between you and me, right?
Me and you, we're good.
Besties.
Besties. That's a word that I'm not used to hearing. To me, interesting. But for your friends, family, other people, maybe we chat with Eliana, and DeFair's eyes at the words bestie are panic searching for Eliana because she is confused as to what she just did, thinking that she was like, she knows what she did, but she's like, I am too hungover for this right now, and I need this person to talk to somebody else.
Well, if you want to shuffle her off to somebody, you can. And unless anyone else has anything else to add on, you can all begin making your way back to the shore. And it's much easier to do when you're on Centaur back. As in the regions, you wish you fair travel and good luck, as they're going to be hauling the rest of the Scorpions, all three of them now, back to the boat to show their worth and all that they survived this encounter. But yeah, if you want to, you can get right back on the Ultros.
Let's do it.
All right.
Eliana, we should probably tell him before we go, right? How to like break the curse and whatnot.
Yeah, we should do that.
Everyone, if you could listen up for a second. Eliana speaking, and Borghild will step immediately behind Eliana.
You bastard. Right. The Sphinx that we talked to informed us of how to break your scorpion changing curse. However, me, the player, does not fully remember this because I did not write it down like the fool that I am.
Oh,
I mean, basically, they destroyed all of the knowledge. Like, there was like all of this like poetry and amazing work written on these trees, and
the centaurs chopped it down for firewood. Yeah.
We just need you guys to like respect your environment a lot more
become
than you once did.
I speak for the trees.
I speak for the trees.
The little orange man.
You need to... I'm trying to think of how to put it like into words that... You destroyed a large part of this island for yourselves, and the Sphinx believe that it was a correct punishment until you understand your surroundings and the meanings of those surroundings. And once you're able to, as a people, respect the land beneath your hooves, is when she said your curse will break. But it is a collective effort. You must all behave. I want to use the word correctly, but in better manners than you have been. I swear, if you make me do a persuasion check, I'm gonna fucking die on the spot because my charisma's trash.
I don't.
I take advantage to this persuasion roll.
You're about
You
to.
can
Support I have
give a-
thrown behind it and making everyone listen.
You can give a bonus to it, but I would still love a persuasion roll.
God, I hate this so much. No, it was gonna be an 18.
No.
I'll
I
allow
hate myself.
an
What bonus I was
advantage.
going to be able to give her?
It was a point thing, but I'll allow an advantage in this case, just to give it a reroll, because you were very clear.
Okay, that's better.
Now it's an 18.
Now it's 18.
I'm helping.
The centaurs stop, and you see this kind of like send-off party they were getting into sort of like hit, stop, pause, and rather they consider pretty for a while amongst themselves. And it's not like a big show is made of them understanding, but you kind of see a lot of these, what you understand to effectively be teenagers on an island where as soon as you grow up you become a scorpion, kind of like begin nodding amongst themselves and in consensus, and the way in which they depart from your group is much more solemn and honorary. Salute, and then they all ride off in smaller pairs across the lands. What they intend to do, you don't know, but it seems your words had an impact on them. Perhaps the Scorpion Island will not be an accurate name for much longer. But with that, you are back on the Ultros. And my favorite bit. Where are you gonna go?
Well, we were headed for a specific
You were sailing to the chariot.
yeah.
Hmm.
And then shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
And then
The
three of
plot
us hit
hit
the
us.
water. And then
Yeah.
I showed you on the map where the plot is.
and now it looks like we need to head towards, like, I know we gotta go towards the chariot, then I know we also need to go towards the bard. Not a character, but out of character.
Well, so I thought. So DeFair would have definitely asked you guys, like, in the conversation about the bard. But prior to that, she would have not. She probably wouldn't have even brought it up to you guys if we were focused on going to. I thought Chrissy the player thought we were going to the chariot, right? The Garden of Helios.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was like. So she probably wouldn't have mentioned the bard unless asked about. You know what I mean? So we could just stick to the original plan of to the garden. I think that would make the most sense.
All right.
Specific song just popped into my head.
Are you on the road to? No. Okay.
Iranian City. No. No, it was a different song.
Then the upgraded Antikythera device in hand, the ocean ahead of you clears and shows a path deeper than the gulf you have been sailing about for a while. And now you push ever onward towards the Forgotten Sea. As you all are taking a moment and put down your things and are beginning to sort of settle on board for your beginning of your voyage, Calliope, you'll be stopped by Chandris, that blue tiefling. I'm not sure, you didn't really leave him locked up, but he seems to always have an eye or two on him here without really anywhere to go.
Mm-hmm.
I was curious, Chosen, if we might have a word.
What word would that be?
It's a word of thanks, I suppose, and an olive branch that I have been gifted with to give to you.
You plural? Or you singular?
Oh, just you, singular.
Color me intrigued.
Very well. Firstly, allow me to say I'm very grateful that you have put enough trust in me to allow me on board and also to plead your case before the Lady of Dreams. It was somewhat unexpected, but greatly appreciated. The olive branch, though, and he reaches into his robe and steps a bit closer to you. And he produces what appears to be a sort of wand. Not quite a caduceus, but enwrapped in two snakes that seem to meet at the top. My lady has gifted this in what I believe is the start of a very beneficial discussion. And he offers it towards you.
I'll pick it up. Take a look at it.
It's a magic wand.
It's a magic wand.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to make it like an Arcana or something to proc this immediately, know what it is.
No.
Not kind of seeing the lack of understanding on your face. In dream, my lady showed me that she has been watching you for some time and knows of your pain, shall we say. I was given this with a very clear note that perhaps there is some similarity in your goals, for she too would like to see the false god struck low. She, of course, adds that she would like to make sure it hurts. It is wand of binding. You shall find it very likely quite effective when the need arises, especially for your party and your the sticky situations you seem to find yourselves in.
We're the ones that seem to find us. No thanks to Sidon's entourage, I suppose.
Speak the accursed god's name no further. Truly, he shames all of us with his actions, and he'll be the death of everyone if left unchecked. Something that I'm sure my lady also agrees with.
What makes you so sure?
My head priest of hers. I was very... my position amongst the Order of Sidon was created because of my close association, you see. I am a trusted ambassador and agent. As such, I know her mind well enough. I have personally been on her barge in the Nethersea. Quite an experience, I will say. But the reason I believe is that she holds no great love for her brother, husband. Yes, they are bonded, but it is also no secret that without one, the other would be able to enjoy their powers more liberally. Now, in Sidon's case, that is distressing, and leaves we have little question as to what he would do unchecked. My lady, though, her domains are dreams and death, natural processing.
Though we've personally seen them go unchecked.
Tete-a-tete for the desecration of a temple of hers.
That's not all I'm talking about. The fact that these dreams have bled into the minds of vulnerable people and caused horrible things to happen to them is not something we can necessarily ignore. The fact that teenagers are out in the woods almost consuming these poisonous things cannot go unchecked. Or, yes, we desecrated a temple, but what was going on under there? We saw that basement. We know exactly what was happening.
Regrettably, I do not. But that is exactly the place of understanding we should try and reach when we have our détente, is it not? I can offer you a foot in the door to offer these criticisms in a leveled manner, so as not to upset either party. That is how you make a real lasting peace, not 500 years of power build-up and sword wagging.
Yes, we can agree that this has been a band-aid, but I still don't think leaving one or the other unchecked is necessarily the best idea either.
then perhaps it is best that you come prepared to show strength, but not use it. A mighty sword born, but not swung. Show her your power, and I believe she may yet respect you, but let us hope that does not come to that. My lady can be reasoned with, unlike the tantrum thrower of storms. I think it is no great secret he wants you dead. I think my lady only wishes to see how far you will go.
And why would she have any sort of stake in that?
Perhaps she is lonely in her power. Perhaps her brother's company and their children bore her. Perhaps she seeks new champions to usher in a better age. She is testing you. Do the gods not test us? Some exclusions among... Like, watches the Pyther and Kira basically, like, clearly making a joke as they just kind of hang out on the side of the ship. Kira seems to be gesturing to the length of something.
Nice. As it goes.
Mm.
See, but so far this is sounding like same song, second verse.
I only ask that you consider it and understand that this gift is because there is more commonality between your forces and my lady's than you would think. I do not hope to change your mind, but simply introduce even the smallest of cracks into this hard-formed picture you have of her.
Might be hard to do. Again, I don't see the same mystique or any type of mystery around what she's done. It's about as cut and dry as the pork that was served by that temple.
Oh, it's really bad, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was not involved with that, thankfully. And
Thankfully.
what all is done in our religious passions cannot always be assigned to the deity we ascribe it to. I mean, it was not so long ago the Dragonlords wiped out the Gigans under the blessings of the gods, is it not? Surely Esther Arkelander and his ilk also did things in the name of the Five?
That doesn't mean that the Five agreed to it.
Nor so does it mean my lady agreed to what occurred in her temples.
Fair enough.
And that's all I wish to say. If you have further questions, you know where I am bound and kept. And he'll depart. And with that conversation done, as you weigh the magical wand in your hand, and it does appear, you hear from across the bow, "Hey! I figured he was gonna try and give someone a rod, I just wasn't expecting it to be that big." And, as Kira cracks a joke, we pull back from the scene and our ship sails onward into the Forgotten Sea, towards the sign of the Chariot. The Garden of Helios awaits. And in the Sun God's domain, our future rests. But that is until next time, folks, because that's all we're going to do for tonight. I know it hurts for me just as much as it hurts you, all of you, but I assure you we will be back on your screens soon. In the meantime, we have a lot of other content if you haven't caught up with us yet. And if you want to see more of the exceptional faces that you see on screen, I'm going to give everyone a chance to go around the circle in the order you introduce yourselves and tell people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where they can find more of the incredible work you do, whatever it may be. Or what do you want to share? I'm not. Anyway, starting, of course, with the beginner of all things and the blushiest boy around, Comrade Crash, in character.
Yeah. In character?
Out of character, I blush super easy, so it's on me, obviously. I'm the blushiest boy.
No, I blush a lot too.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll have a blush off.
Yeah, hey, I'm Comrade Crash. I played Leo Dracos, and honestly, all my great things were here with this group, and I really enjoy my time. But yeah, let me pass it on to Chrissy.
Oh, I'm Chrissy Crits. I play Defera Damos. Where else can you find me? I play on Thursdays. All hail the Queen. Rotating Thursdays. Lots of fun. You'll all see Heck there. And you'll all see Corndog there. And lots of other people. Also coming up, I'll be in the Reclaimer Season 2 with Bright and Noir and Vermin? Question mark? I can't remember if they confirmed. But I'll be there. So that's where you'll find me, in these 3 places. But always here. Always here. Next, Heck.
Oh my god, I'm next. Okay, hey everybody, it's me, Sir Hecklot. I'm here. I'm on your screen. As per usual, I played Calliope, the College of Epic Poetry Bard, who's a siren that walks the path of the Dragon Slayer. You can find me all over the internet at Sir Hecklot, including Twitch, Itch, I guess Twitter as long as supplies last, etc., etc. Just find me. It's the best place to figure out where I'm going to be in the TTRPG space next, because I tend to wear a lot of hats and do a lot of things and go a lot of places, and it's even more hectic now that I have started my clinical year, so I have a bunch of vet stuff going on. So if you're interested in what I'm doing with that kind of stuff, I talk about it all the time on socials too. But at least in terms of streams, you actually won't see me until next Wednesday on Lantern Light Adventures. There we go. As we continue our Old Gods of Appalachia campaign, and it's really fun so far. We may or may not have made a Fae throw a tantrum, so it was a great time. It was a good time. Like Chrissy said, all hail the Queen. That's next Thursday. And word on the street is July 5th, so that Friday, Cold Hands, Warm Hearts might be coming back. So tune in here for whenever that might happen for some good Rime of the Frost meeting goodness. But yeah, that's it for me. I HP, if you're still in chat, I did the thing. I talked about our show. Over to Tony.
Hey, I'm Tony. I played Eliana. But we talked about some interesting stuff today. Maybe it'll happen again. Who knows? Not me. Catch me back here next time. Who knows? Maybe. And that's all I got. So I'll pass it on to Corndog.
It's me, Corndog McGraw, and Chrissy and Heck already talked about what I'll be in. Back to you, Turk.
Oh wow. Hey everybody, I am Turk, or Turk extended in the various dark places of the interwebs. And I had the honor and privilege of being your GM tonight. If you want to see more of me and things that I do, cool. But you can also find me here this Wednesday for Buy a Shadow Piece. We're in the final stages of that, so it should be a real good fight. If you haven't got a chance to see how the mystery built up, all of those episodes are on YouTube. Then normally on Thursdays I'm in Delta Green, but we're actually on a bit of a hiatus right now, so we might do something in between, so just keep it locked there. But in the meantime, I'm going to be watching All Hail the Queen, because I normally only get to watch it on silent with captions on in between Delta Green stuff. Beyond that, next Monday will be our first live episode of Tears of Divinity, a sequel to Frozen Rain, which is all within the Tears of Divinity Fading Chronicle, part of the Tears of Divinity series. There's been a bunch of like short one-shots, a bunch of small two other series now, including the award-nominated Frozen Rain. So if you like that crew, they're all back. It's been really fun. We're normally going to be on Tuesdays, but this one is going to be on Monday. Do some scheduling mix-ups, and then I am Oliver on Lost Caravan on the July 3rd for some Nova, which is always really fun. That all being said, a bunch of really exciting projects coming up in the future, including some really fun event weeks, perhaps around August time, maybe some Cthulhu-y horror stuff. So if you're a fan of that, keep an eye out on my socials. Beyond that, thank you all so much. The strongest bonds are not made by materials, but by emotions and trust. And only by building that can we keep each other safe. How dare you try to socially isolate yourself on the island all about emotional bonding. Anyway, remember also that even the gods are bound by oaths and prophecies. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Thank you all so much for joining us. We do it without you, but it means so much that you're here. I have the best players in the world, and so I'm going to go talk with them a whole bit more because they're really cool people. Anyway, thank you all. Good night. Michelle, please take us out.